Welcome everybody to the May 24th, 2022 edition of Real Spill with Shyne Shin. This your boy Shyne checking in with you one more time. I got some interesting stories and insightful news to share with y'all today, as well as give my opinion on. We're gonna start the show by highlighting the correlation between institutional racism, deniers, and anti-black prejudices. I don't really think we need to take a poll to learn that, but they did, and we're gonna talk about it. We also got politicians making racist remarks about their opponents, and Walmart trying to celebrate Juneteenth by taking another black-owned business's product, as if that's anything new. We also got my boy Gutta in the building. Gutta, what's up with the people, man? Say what's up to the people.
What's going on, fam? It's Tuesday.
Man, it's Tuesday, we chilling, man. Um, Before we get into the news, though, I need to go ahead and tell people to like, follow, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit that little bell up there so that you get a notification every time we drop a new video, just like the one we're dropping right now. Um, our first news story of the day, like I said, we're gonna talk about the deniers of institutional racism and how that links to anti-black prejudice. Um, the news story comes from UPI News. Adam Schrader reported on. He said that people who deny the existence of structural racism, a combination of institutional and societal factors that reinforce racial inequality, likely also exhibit anti black prejudices. Researchers analyzed 83 previous studies on racism that included more than 25,000 participants for this new study, and they published the study Monday. The researchers sought to examine the associations of two different types of colorblind racial ideology, color evasion and power evasion, with anti black prejudices. The color evasion ideology is defined by the idea that race and ethnicity are not important when discussing the issues of a group to reduce interracial tension and prejudice. Power evasion is the ideology by which people deny the existence of structural racism. Now, ain't neither one of these really seem good, you know, understand, because anybody who don't think that race and ethnicity is important when discussing the issues of a group, then you don't live in America, you understand? Because if you understand anything about America, the whole thing was brought up on black and white. Whites had a certain level of rights and everything, and blacks had a certain level of rights. So, in order for you to address that, you got to address the racism. I understand that race is one of them real tender subjects, but don't nobody really want to talk about it in public.
Right.
You know,
They like say something wrong, then they go your career.
yeah, anything can happen. You can get 20 years worth of work thrown down the tube because you said the wrong thing. But sooner or later, these conversations got to be had if anything is going to ever change.
Right.
You know,
100%.
um, they say the people who deny structural racism were also more likely to endure stronger beliefs that societal inequality is acceptable and reported fewer intentions to engage in social justice behavior. And, to me, that's self-explanatory. Somebody who don't believe that black people are in the state that they're in because of the society and the way the laws were made and things of that nature, then there ain't nobody that's gonna be at that march for Black Lives Matter. You know,
Yeah.
nah, yeah. Like I said before we started, I don't think we needed a poll to learn most of this stuff. Most of this
Right.
stuff just common sense.
Right.
And the thing about that, man, the thing that people like to say is that, you know, the police pull us over too. The police do this, the police kill white people too.
Right.
It's white people in prison too. They love to say that right there. But there's not one case of a person being pulled over because they were white. You know, now there are plenty of cases, they even got a thing for racial profiling. That don't apply to white people, I don't believe. When you talk about racial profiling, you automatically assume that a black guy has been pulled over by the police for no reason at all.
Right.
Just because three black people in a car with the same color shirt on gonna get pulled over sooner or later.
Yeah.
And, and
Yeah.
And yeah, it's common sense not to do that because we know better. But why? Why not? They could all be in a fraternity. It ain't got to be a gang. Fraternities have colors as well. So why three fraternity members who are riding in the same car, all with purple shirts on, they got a chance of getting pulled over. So he want to know what's going on. Cause shit, man, when you talk about gang colors, every color is a gang color. Yeah. I don't care what color you put on. It's affiliated with some gang in some sort of way. So being black means that you got to plan things a whole lot more. Like if I pull up on my homies and we finna go riding and I pull up and everybody got on the same color shirt, somebody got a chain now. You know where somebody of another race and culture, they could just go ahead and go. They might have planned to all wear the same shirt or something like that, but we know that's gonna be a hindrance to us being able to take this ride and be cool. Man, for the longest, my mama used to send that money out to the Sheriff's Association. I used to get her sticker and put it on the back of my car. You know what I'm saying? Just little signs and insignia to let these people know I ain't no threat. Right. You know, other people don't have to go through those extremes and those lengths and stuff, man. I can recall one time, man, I had to go and get my own background check from down to the city courthouse. And man, I ain't never did nothing out the way, man. I ain't no criminal, nothing. But that lady started running my background check, man. It was about 6, 7 pages long. Mm. And she looked at it, she like, you got to be the luckiest person alive. And I told her, no, I'm the unluckiest because I'm black. They keep pulling me over, but they can't never arrest me for nothing. Cause I don't been and did nothing like that. The proof that y'all keep bothering people. And I'm a person that wasn't doing nothing. I can imagine how many people that got bothered the same amount of times I done got bothered. Right. And they done went to prison because they got caught slipping. You know what I'm saying? But man, it ain't like you got to be out here doing the me. I just got out the military. My tag say North Carolina. I got pulled over for being a black man in a car from North Carolina. Do you understand that? In a college town. In a college town. It ain't like it stood way out or nothing like that. It was in a college town. We live in a college town now. You understand? But anything. These people done took my speakers apart. They claim they looking for guns. I don't know what kind of guns can fit inside the speaker. You know what I'm saying? Like none of the stuff they do makes sense. But when you black, you just have to deal with it. It's part of the game every day. Black people wear their seatbelt more than anybody. Why? Because we don't want to get them that reason. That reason. We don't want to get them that reason. We don't talk on our phones no more. If we do it hands free, all that shit. Why? Because we don't want to get. And I see white teenagers riding around with their phone up to their ear talking like it ain't shit. Because they not worried. They not even if they get pulled over, they not worried about it turning into something bad. Every time I get pulled over, the thought has to cross your mind when you black, this could turn out bad. I better do everything, be on my P's and Q's, cause this thing can turn out bad. And it ain't even like I live in a town where the police done killed somebody recently or anything like that. But you don't want to be the one. Right. You don't want to be the one because they hand be on them guns. You know, it ain't, you know, I had a taser pulled on me for my dog barking. Like he's a dog. He can't talk to you. All he can do is bark. But man, we're gonna keep on moving on this story. The more that BIPOC, see, they got another name for it, man. Like instead of every time black people try to do something, they try to pull everybody else in too, man. That's why we don't never get nothing did, man. We need, you know, we don't need all these letters. We need the LGBTQ community. We keep trying to add on. It's like what I was watching Atlanta last night. Right. And I'm early on this. I'm like season 1, episode 6, something like that. And he had went on the Montague talk show. And it was they was transgender and black people, you know, shouldn't we be trying to help them because helping them get their civil liberties. Somebody's supposed to tie in our civil liberties, some bullshit. Like, no. You see, back then when they were doing that, trans people didn't have all the right they got now. See, but see, us tagging on with them, they got they shit. You think they kept coming back to tag with us? No, and other movements that did the same thing. The female movement, when the women's movement, they came and grabbed black women and hurry up and get the shit passed. But then after that, they were through with them. After that, they were through with them. You understand? Like all these movements be wanting to grab you and use your vote and do all this and do all that. But when it come time to do something for you, it's crickets. It's fucking crickets every time. And it's like you can't keep beating your head up against the same wall, man. You can't keep on doing the same thing over and over again and keep expecting something different to happen. You know, last time we marched, we ain't getting no laws. The time for that we marched, we ain't getting no laws. Martin Luther King got killed. We got some laws. You know what I'm saying? Like it seems to me, and back then that was the definition of viral. You know what I'm saying? Like when Martin Luther King died and the shit went all over the world like that, right there. That's something going viral. And we keep missing the moments when George Floyd died and they was able to get that Black Lives Matter thing off the ground. All that money was supposed to be put into lawmaking. None of that money was supposed to go to mansions and people being able to make YouTube videos and shit like that. All that money was supposed to go to ensure that we got the laws passed that we were talking about passed because that's what they was talking about at that time. But instead, niggas did nigga shit. I bet you everybody got rims on their shit. I ain't seen no cars, but I can guarantee everybody got rims on their shit. And we in a worse situation than we are now than we were then because now they done turned the police against us even more. A few of the police that was good saw the way Black Lives Matter was attacking police and that shit turned them off. That's why crime so high in New York right now because the police don't want the police. That's why crime so high all around the goddamn country because you pissed off police. Every now and then, like I said now. I believe that George Floyd thing is deeper than police brutality. I believe old boy didn't like George Floyd, period. George Floyd got pictures with this man's daughter. George Floyd worked at the same club he did. I don't think that was police brutality. I think that was a nigga he didn't like anyway. I think if there had been another black guy not named George Floyd there in that situation, that guy would have just went to jail and it wouldn't have been no big thing. But because it was the nigga he already didn't like, and this dude in here talking this shit, yeah, that's how it ended up playing out. I don't think that had nothing to do with him being a police and George being a criminal. I just don't think he liked George. Nobody paid that no attention.
Are you right?
Yeah, man. At the end of the day, I believe that's what it's about, man. Shit, man. It ain't a whole lot of white middle aged men that's gonna be happy with a black dude hooked up on his daughter taking pictures. It ain't a whole lot of them gonna be happy with that. You understand? Even the most woke white dude. George Floyd was up in age and he got this young ass white daughter. I don't want her around you. I know you're a criminal. You do all this other shit. And you a nigga on top of that. But man, again though, man, I just feel like we got to stop joining everybody movement and we got to stop letting everybody in ours. You know what I'm saying? We hollering black and brown. This man, the Mexicans getting some power, man. They joining the Republican Party in big numbers and they getting some power. You think they asking for us? You think Enrique give a damn what we got going on? No. How many Mexicans you think finna celebrate Juneteenth? I'm just being real. We out here going to every Mexican restaurant we can find, getting them all kind of money on Cinco de Mayo. How how much you think they gonna help us celebrate Juneteenth? And I ain't celebrating Juneteenth. I don't give a fuck about it. I refuse to celebrate the fact that these people didn't know that they were free people, and somebody had to come tell them, but they ain't find out till June 17th. Like I don't want to celebrate that. You understand me? Like I think that's fucked up. You know, I think that's fucked up that these people were still slaves and that never they ain't have to be slaves. And then one day somebody rolled up like y'all ain't got to be slaves no more. And what do niggas do? Party. Come on, man. Folks have been trying to get something together, figure out what we gonna do. Now we gonna party. Every time we get, we gonna party. Nah, man, the party time is old, man. Stop partying so goddamn much. Figure something out, man. We got to make it better for the next generation. Or they gonna keep on putting up with the shit, man. Like, how many generations gonna have to put up with this shit before we decide to really do something that matter? Legislation matters. All this Black Lives Matter shit. Black legislation matters. Can we get some of that passed? And in order to get legislation passed, it takes money. How you think these oil companies get their shit passed? How you think all these? How you think Walmart gets shit to go their way? Motherfuckers is paying politicians, man. And until we get that shit through our thick skull, man, we gonna keep on bumping our head begging people for shit. Right. When you got the money to back it, you ain't gotta beg nobody for nothing. And then money, like they say we the number one consumers in the world as a people. In the world. We got the least amount of money, but we spend the most of it. Let's at least spend it somewhere that it matter, man. As soon as you put them rims on your car ain't worth shit no more. You didn't depreciate. It's already a depreciating asset as soon as you purchase it, but you done depreciated it even more throwing that shit on it. When you could have took that money, like I tell y'all every so often, it don't take you donating $100, $200. Man, these folks take $5. You can send the Democratic Party or the Republican Party a check for $5 and they'll take it. And you can say that I'm a paying member. I donate to this party. I actually do something besides get off my ass once every 4 years and go goddamn put a piece of paper down, whatever the fuck, however the fuck you do it where you from. Right? Do something, man. Do something. Let me get out there. We're gonna move on to the next story. Man, I done gave these folk 20 minutes on that right there, man. What my next story is. We still on the same thing pretty much. This story is an opinion piece by Joel Kotkin. He was in Newsweek, had 344 reactions, so I figured shit, I'm gonna react to it too. Right. He says we're telling the wrong story about race in America. He starts off, it's been a week since a mentally ill racist murdered 10 people, most of them black Americans, in a Buffalo supermarket. I want to stop there and hit this note right here. Not a lot of people are saying anything about the fact that when he shot that white person, he said sorry. Mm. Yeah, man. If you watch the live stream, right, when he shot the white person, he said sorry. He didn't mean to do that. That was just he didn't expect no white people to be in the store, period. But it says in the intervening days since this horrific tragedy, many have noted how often liberal journalists and politicians have tried to pin the blame for the mass shooting, not just on the shooter and his far right racist ideology, but anyone outside their progressive circles. And what was perhaps the most extreme example of this widespread trend, the cultural warriors of Rolling Stone insisted that the isolated and largely unhinged shooter was no outlier, but a mainstream Republican. Mm. Look at that, boy. They got a picture from June 14th right there, baby. They know what it is. They know what it is. Of course, no one finds no such blame game when a shooter comes from the far left or when he is an Islamic militant or a black nationalist. The same people blaming all Republicans for the Buffalo shooter can somehow clearly see that killers like the Waukesha murderer or the Jersey City shooter are crazed outliers rather than some kind of politically charged weapon. But the minute they can blame their political opponents for murderous extremists, they lose sight of this reality. Man, what did you get from that, go?
Respect then.
What? Word, man. What they're saying is when a white person shoots a lot of black people or a black person,
Right.
we blame all white people. But when a black person do something similar, all black people don't get blamed for it. That's what this guy's saying. I'm not saying that's what I'm saying,
Right.
but that's what this guy is saying. Now, when I tell you that that's his philosophy, how you feel about that?
I think you really don't see too much what the black people do like.
Now the two instances that he pointed out there, the
Right.
Waukesha murderer and the Jersey City shooter, those are the only two I can remember. Well, the dude in Dallas too that was shooting the police officer. It's been a few, and if you want to really take it down, you can kind of say the DC sniper kind of fall into that category too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you
He was killing people, but he was just killing with white people.
only black person he shot, I think, was his wife. That was the only person they were trying to shoot at that was black that I recall now.
Right.
I ain't seen the documentary in a while. I seen it, I just ain't seen it in a while. But
Yeah.
I just don't know. I can't really recall. But you remember if it was a lot of black people that he was shooting at, or one of mostly white people that the DC sniped? Yeah, it was mostly white people because I think he was of the Muslim faith himself and things like that too. At the end of the day, though, he did all that because he wanted to kill his wife, and that was just really a distraction so that he'll be able to get away with killing his wife. But like okay, now when the black dude ran through the crowd in Wisconsin,
Right.
I remember that because I don't know what made me remember, but I remember when it happened. But it wasn't a whole lot of news. And you know, we always have felt like if one black person do something dumb, it look down on the whole race as a whole. Anyway, we always have had that mentality.
Right.
I don't know how far it carries now because there's just so much stupid shit being done. So man, I I can just speak for me.
Right.
When Buddy did that, it didn't make me question all white people. It made me question Buddy.
Right.
You know, now the part about it that makes it where someone would see the correlation between him and this new Republican Party, because this is a new Republican Party. This is not the Reagan Republicans that we used to have. These are, but it's kind of what it is. The new Republicans, like they done scared the old Republicans, and they got them scared to say something because they don't want to get voted out of office. Because right now it's trendy if you're a Republican to be all in on the Trump thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way I see it. It
Right.
seems like it's the trendy thing to do. You got to be all in on the Trump shit, no matter how retarded it may sound, no matter how crazy it make you go out there.
You gotta go with it.
You got to go out there because at the end of the day, you're trying to keep your job.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of people out there that don't believe half the shit they say, but they do it to keep their job. You know, but I just I think a lot of people put too much thought into what one or two people say.
Right.
You know, just because we don't have no national black person spokesperson.
Right.
And they don't have a national white man spokesperson, you know. So no, there's no way you can say that all people do this or any people do that because it's so. If you just go by Twitter and Facebook and shit like that, man, all you seeing is the wildest people in America. You know, you ain't seeing the people that just don't give a damn what the other person got going on. You know, you're seeing a select few people in America. You know, and it may seem like, damn, everybody hate this shit, but man, that's just them 24 there. You know,
Right.
it's like everybody had a little survey on the bottom of their restaurant coupon. But the only time you look to do it is when the restaurant done pissed you off. If you have a good time, man, you don't think about doing no damn survey. But if you didn't had to cuss the manager out, oh, you doing a survey. Oh, you doing a survey. And it's the same way. If you ain't affected, you don't feel the need to get on Facebook and write and do all this keyboard warrior and shit and talking all bad. You man, you chilling, you out fishing, you out enjoying life. You know, you ain't studying that shit. But the ones like a lot of these politicians and shit then got caught up in Twitter thinking that's the real world.
Mm.
They got to go back to how it used to be back in the day. Get out and actually go see your constituents instead of just looking to see who follow you on Twitter. Because what you're doing when you're a politician and you paying that close attention to your Twitter, most of those people that's on your Twitter talking shit don't even live where you originate, where your district at.
Right.
You got to go to your district and see how your district really feel. Like you used to have to do back in the day, go walk downtown, talk to people instead of just being lazy and looking on your phone and thinking that man, that ain't real. People have got to realize that social media is not real life. Man,
Right.
you know how many pictures people take before they post one?
Yeah, man.
Now, if you gotta take 20 pictures of it to make one look good, that ain't how it really look. You are, man, people out here ordering food
Right.
to take a picture of it, send it back, and then order chicken strips, something they can afford. People doing that kind of shit just to show you a fake life, bro. You can't believe none of this shit that you're seeing on there. It's people will be in the park a lot and just stand beside a car, take a picture,
Take a picture.
living this life, and a nigga ain't got no car, and you will be trying to compete with this guy. You will be living your life really trying to compete with this guy.
Because I'm seeing this shit.
Man, 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 this shit is it's crazy the world, man. We're gonna move on, man. I ran across this story with David Perdue doubled down on the racist Stacey Abrams remark in a TV interview. Georgia GOP gubernatorial primary candidate David Perdue has targeted Stacey Abrams with what critics branded as racist attacks, telling the black Democratic challenger she should go back to where she came from. Now, we talked about this yesterday. That was part of our show, the whole race baiting thing. See, they'll throw this out there to make you just be like, I can't vote for the racist. I got to vote for the other guy. But shit, I done heard niggas say what hell Stacey Abrams came from. We didn't know who she was a few minutes ago, and now she every goddamn what. What if he just meant it like that? Go back to doing what you were doing. You know, man, they be asking a lot of people on the spot. You know, for you to be able to get your exact thought out the way you wanted to get it out, right on cue, like that's asking a lot of a person. Every now and then, especially when you get mad, man, just go on back where you came from, man. But you don't mean it as a racist remark. Now I don't know David.
Right.
I don't know David. He might have meant it. Go take your ass back to Africa. You know what I'm saying? He might have meant it like that. I don't know David. But I just I don't think you just gotta use sense sometimes, man. Like I don't think that in today's time somebody would be that stupid to make to go back to Africa remark.
Right.
Especially somebody that's trying to run for office right now. But like I said, maybe he did. I don't know. He endorsed by Donald Trump, but he trailing Brian Kemp in the poll. More than likely, Brian Kemp gonna win. Man, Brian Kemp just gave these folks a few dollars.
He
You
did.
know what I'm saying?
He
Like,
did.
yeah, more than likely, Brian Kemp gonna win. Man, ain't too many people got a whole lot bad to say about Brian Kemp. The only people that mad at him, they mad because he wouldn't overturn the votes in Georgia. He wouldn't get behind that shit when Donald Trump was calling him, asking him for some more votes and shit. He wouldn't come up with no more votes. That's about the only reason why people don't want to win. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this to the Republicans right here. If you want a chance to actually get you a Republican in the goddamn in the governor's house, you better let Brian Kemp be the one that run against Stacey. He done beat her before. He can probably beat her again.
Right.
But if you put David Perdue against her, it's gonna be a wipeout. It's gonna be a wipeout. I can go ahead and guarantee you, Stacey Abrams will be the next governor of Georgia if David Perdue beat Brian Kemp. It's gonna be no challenge. It's gonna be no challenge, man. Because for one, man, she good at it, man. And
Yeah.
she good at it. And then, man, she got a lot of work behind her words. She actually be on the grind doing things, you know.
Right.
And now she done got a. It's like Pa say, I get my weight up with my hate and pay them back when I'm bigger. She wouldn't got a she wouldn't got a weight up. She wouldn't got her money right. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I mean,
Can't go to war till you get your money right. I got my money right now. I think she coming for him. But man, it's gonna be interesting. I think this election gonna get pretty dirty. You know, I think this election gonna get pretty dirty. I can't wait to see it. Uh, you voting today, go?
oh man, yeah, I gotta go down there.
Gotta go to the fire station, right?
Fire station.
Yeah, I gotta go too, man. I ain't been yet either. Democrats are blaming voters for being stupid rather than acknowledge failed ideology and policies. That took a go.
It did.
That's what they said, man. As news polling shows, a majority of Americans believe President Biden is incompetent amid a struggling economy and spiking inflation. Independent journalist Glenn Greenwald said Monday the left and the mainstream media are gearing up to double down on their blame game. He referenced 2016 when Democrats struggled to grapple with Hillary Clinton's upset loss to Donald Trump, saying that instead of seeking to introspect on to constructively campaign in future elections, the left sought to blame everyone from Jill Stein to Russia to the American people for their failure. Now, they'll say that, but then they did the same thing when Donald Trump lost the show. They came back and did the same. Like, you can't talk shit about how I handle the situation if you handle the situation the same way. You can't call me a crybaby if you cry all the time too,
Yeah.
goddamn. Like the Democrats lost an election they never expected to lose. Same thing with the Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
See, these people be writing these stories, man, and they be making it seem like it's news. But it really just be their opinion and everything, and they good at doing that. And that's why I come in to go ahead and give you the other side of that opinion too, man.
Yep.
Now, at the end of the day, do I think Joe Biden doing a great job as president? Fuck no.
Right.
Don't. Shit. Do I think Donald Trump would have did better? I don't know. I really don't know right now. I voted for him, but I don't know. I don't know if he. I feel like he was a better choice than Joe.
Yeah.
You know, just for the safety of my people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Joe Biden don't give a damn about black people. I've been told y'all that. You know, Donald Trump is leading the hung around us. He knows some of us ain't that bad. You know, he done been all in rap videos and everything. You know, Donald Trump acted like one of them chicks who used to be around niggas, and then she got to a certain age and she decided she had to go on back home.
I'm back
And,
home.
yeah, man, he started acting like he didn't know us, but he was hanging out with Kanye though, man. I don't know, man. The news be so tricky, man. Like you don't really know, but and I just couldn't follow him on Twitter. I can't get with Twitter. I ain't never been able to really get with Twitter. Something about it. I just ain't. I tried it several times. I got an account over there now. I just can't get with Twitter, man. I'm gonna try it again, man, because that's where everybody at, man. I'm gonna try it again. We're gonna move on, man. Woman sliced her brother's throat after he broke up a fight. See, that's why I don't go around breaking up fights. That's why I don't go around breaking up fights, man. I am the last nigga that's gonna break up your fight. A Tennessee woman allegedly sliced her brother's throat after he broke up a fight between his sisters. Memphis police raced to the 20 block of Falls Road. When police arrived at the home, they found a man had suffered a cut to his neck. The victim told officers he had been breaking up a fight between his sisters when Jerika Brown grabbed a pocket knife and sliced the front of his neck. They found Brown at the back of the home and located the pocket knife inside her shoe. She was taken into custody and charged with aggravated assault. Man, that's that's why I don't break up fights, first of all. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, man, she came out with the knife and hit his neck. Like, wow. Yeah, man. Brother and sister, man. Brother and sister, man. And that's how that went down. Y'all be safe. Y'all be safe out there. That guy going down in Memphis. In other news, I got 4 teens got shot all within hours in a small South Carolina city. Man, it's just so sad out there, brother. They say all of them was connected to. They know all of them used to hang out together. They still don't know exactly who did the shooting, but the school decided to make a E-day. They ain't even going to school today. They, yeah, man, like that shit. That's sad. And then in a small town, man, it's like him, man. Everybody know everybody. You know, even if the kids don't really get along, the parents probably did. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit just crazy. Another teenager was fatally shot by a friend in a prank gone wrong by police. A 15-year-old who shot dead in Mississippi, what police describe as a prank gone wrong. Got to stop all this bullshit. Everybody want to goddamn get on TikTok and shit. Patton and 2 others were wearing masks and toting water guns, which police said looked like real firearms. Davis then pointed a real gun at him and shot him 1 time. The shooting is justified because you can't run up on nobody. They removed 2 toy assault rifles and 1 real handgun from the vehicle. Man, you can't just be running up on people. People shoot you, man. Running up him, play stupid game, win stupid prize all the goddamn time. Now, it's a guy, what is dude at? He was pretending to be a police, I think in South Carolina. Is he in South Carolina? No, he in Maryland. Antoine Tucson was going around, got impersonating a deputy U.S. Marshal. They say he looked like the real deal, man. He had a Glock, handcuffs, a taser, all other kind of police gear. He had a dog that had the police vest on. Like he had the whole nine, man. That, but people out here doing all kind of shit, man. Y'all be safe out there. Make sure it's the police when you know it's the police. Walmart done pulled their Juneteenth ice cream off the shelf. I saw this shit yesterday when they said, I think I showed it to baby. Didn't I show that to you, the Juneteenth ice cream? Now, I didn't know this at the time. But what they had done did, they had done ripped off a black owned ice cream maker, a lady who I think it's called Creamalicious. And that, she make and he went ham. He called out Walmart, goddamn. Said the company was trying to capitalize on Juneteenth and at the same time was killing goddamn the black dude. I mean, the black woman. God. Yeah, Rosewood Jr. funny as hell, man. God, but they got all kind of Juneteenth stuff out there. But I mean, what did y'all expect? You made it a fucking holiday. Right. Like, what? They can't have 4th of July plates now, motherfucker? What? They can't have goddamn Halloween plates now? If you make it a federal holiday, guess what? People gonna make money off of it. Right. That's how that works. Juneteenth been around for a long time, but y'all fought and fought. This is what we done did since Black Lives Matter came along. We done got Juneteenth, a holiday, and now y'all mad that people finna make money off for it. Like y'all almost don't live in America, man. Like for real. Like Walmart's supposed to have Juneteenth T-shirts in there for y'all to buy. They supposed that's good motherfucking marketing. What you mad about? Now maybe they shouldn't have stole her flavors or whatever, but I don't think you can steal a flavor like shit. And instead of you getting mad and getting them to pull theirs off, you could have worked a deal where they put yours right beside the motherfuckers. But no, we want to get on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We want to get on there and shame folks and counsel folks and do all that right there, man. Instead of let's make a deal, man. Because if they think enough of your product to make a all brand product good, right, they'll put your shit in their store. You know how much shit they got great value right beside the real thing? Right. You know what I'm saying? You know how much shit they got of that, man? Right. Like, man, it's time for us to start making power moves and stop playing ourselves, man. That was a chance to make a power move, like just hit up Walmart at Walmart. I know you want the real deal in your store. Can we make a deal? Boom. Right. Put mine right beside the Juneteenth. Man, come on. Shit, what y'all mad about? Niggas ain't gonna be able to sell him many t-shirts at the what's name, man. Walmart for to get the t-shirts off, man. You ain't telling me. And y'all can't make no plates. Now what kind of plates? Now you're gonna have to be Juneteenth eating off white paper plates. Look at what you did. Now they had you some black, red, and green Juneteenth plates ready to have you festive than a motherfucker. Now you got to go get them hefties. You got to go get them hefty plates now. White on white. Look at you. You played yourself, black people. You played yourself. Learn to be cooperative on something, man. I don't, man. I want to go buy me some Juneteenth plates, though. We gonna eat on black plates, man. The Young Thug indictment spotlights controversial use of rap lyrics as evidence in court. Wow. This is our last story we got for today, man. I want to talk on this, speak on this. All right. Just before we even get into the story, I want to know how you feel about the government being able to use rap lyrics against people in court. No, man. No. That's your man. Ain't gonna come pick him up. Cause he ain't did it for real. No. But when you talk about real cases that the police are actually investigating, when you talking about that on your and you talking about it on your Instagram live, and you talking about it on a song, like, see, it'll be different if all they had was his lyrics and they just bring you in strictly on your lyrics. Nah, man, they bring you in because you said this on Instagram. 3 days right after dude was killed. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like it adds up, it lines up like. And even if you didn't do it, just the fact that you rhyme people talking about that and you feel the freedom to speak on it out there, man, that puts you in the conspiracy. Yeah, man, they was actually talking about real cases on Instagram. Actually rapping about real cases, bro. Open cases. I don't think. You know, depending on it's man, 28 people, everybody ain't staying silent. No. 28 people, ain't no way everybody staying silent. Few people gonna tell, man. Oh yeah. We might have to talk about Young Thug like in the past tense. Like remember when that boy throwed his life away type shit. Cause man, conspiracy already hard to beat anyway. Cause conspiracy just means you wanted to do something. You ain't even got to been and did nothing. Fam. That's the kind of world we live in right now, where you can really go to prison for wanting to do something. Yeah, like if if the police is tapping a drug dealer's phone and say you just interested to find out how much the price is and you just text him what's the ticket on this right here, you involved in the conspiracy now. And because you ain't did nothing, it's they gonna come get you first because they feel like it's easier for you to tell because you ain't did nothing. So you really want to get out, man. Man, that conspiracy a motherfucker, dog. And then they got the laws on electronic devices and shit like that right there, man. Goddamn, like, man, I need to get me a throwaway. everybody need them a throwaway, man. Everybody need a throwaway. Because, man, man, it's just I hate Thug got himself into that situation, man. Like I said, we got to stop thinking that kingpin is our only way to bring the hood up. It ain't, man. And we can do so much more to bring up the value of the hood, man. Like, and the shit that we choose to do always be the same bullshit, bro. Like, I just don't know why. We gonna get ready to get out of here, though, man. Yeah, man. I just wish them boys, you know, shit. Ain't no way they can get out of this, though. No. It ain't no way they can get out of this. Like, only way out of there is if they got somebody bigger than them to tell on, and I don't think nobody bigger than Young Thug. Man, we can do so much more for the hood besides put drugs there. We can put jobs there, man. We can put opportunities there. We can put motherfucking community centers, career centers. Man. Yeah. That's all, bro. Just need to do better, man. We're gonna get ready to get up out of here, though. Like I said. Gutta, you got something to say to the people before we get out of here, bro? Enjoy the rest of this Tuesday. Yeah, man, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. All these kids getting out of school. Y'all find some of them kids do this something. Don't let them be home and not do shit. Goddamn, keep them busy. Find some education for them to do. Be interactive. And then right back. All right, man. We're going to get up out of here, man. We hope y'all enjoyed it as much as we did. Don't forget, hit the like button, follow, share, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff for me, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. We're going to check y'all again next time.